Welcome back to another episode of Drinking in the Dark with Frugal Tiger, where we go over major market moves from last week as well as prepare you for this week's trading. I'm going to be talking a lot faster than usual. I just realized my camera only has about 5 minutes worth of battery life left. Before we get into the video, I am drinking Sour Monkey Sour. It's a 9.6% alcohol or 9.5% alcohol volume. So I am probably not going to be able to get drunk on this video, but let's get started anyway. Last week we saw the dip actually getting bought back, bond prices coming back in, and overall the market seemed to basically calm down. The panic seemed to subside. David Tepper came on CNBC. David Tepper, the legendary hedge fund manager, came on CNBC and told everyone to calm the fuck down and buy this dip. He's one of the best hedge fund managers of all time, so he's definitely worth listening to. I do recommend still getting off a margin because we could have a volatile market, but if you guys want to stay fully invested or whatever, I'll leave that up to you. Anyway, let's get into some of the things, some actions that I've done, what I've been noticing, and how I'm playing this upcoming week. First of all, we saw Tesla get bought back up. Tesla closed below $600 last Friday. And as of right now, it's getting close to $700 again, $693 as of this past Friday. So overall, Tesla action's doing really good. I bought NIO, as I mentioned last week, for around $34 a share. I sold almost all of my NIO exposure for $45 a share this week. I actually bought a little bit more before I sold off the entire position. Let's go over some of the other names I bought that I didn't sell. I bought a crap ton of Plug Power. Plug is doing really well. Happy about that move. And Plug looks like it's continuing to run. We'll see how the tape responds this week for Plug and Fuel Cell. They're heavily correlated securities. You can pick or choose which one you want. I like to trade them both. That way, in case one day one announces bankruptcy or whatever, I don't have to worry about that shit. So I just cut it down the middle and keep half exposure to both Plug and Fuel Cell. Tilray and Apria, I bought them both. They're doing really well, you guys. I think the weed names are going to continue to run if the market continues to run. They're going to drop like a rock if the market does drop. Having said that, this upcoming merger is a huge potential to make a lot of money on Tilray, Apria. Some people are preferring to buy APHA instead. But pay attention to both of these names. I hope you guys are buying your Palantir, not because this is my largest position, but Palantir is running pretty hot. I might trim some, but not for some time. I'm okay if Palantir takes another dip. Space, I bought Space, as I mentioned, and Space is doing really good. SPCE, Riot, and Mara, the two cryptocurrency names that you'll hear me trade, are doing really well. And that's because Bitcoin's making a run. Bitcoin's at 61,000 as of me recording this video. Mara is heavily correlated. Riot is heavily correlated to those blockchain names. And they're potentially going to continue to run because JP Morgan's actually opening up a fund designed to put a lot of these cryptocurrency stocks into a particular fund. Because they're opening the fund, they're going to have to go into the market and buy some of these names, and they're going to probably have to pay premium prices for them. So it might not be the worst time to buy some of these stocks, maybe buy options on these stocks, but pay attention to them at the very least. Oh my God, I'm at 4 minutes. Okay. Before the dip that occurred about a week and a half, we had a breakout in Square, Snap, and Twitter. They all looked like they were about to reach all-time highs. They were breaking out pretty strong, and I had actually recommended paying attention to the tickers before the bond market completely crapped out. They're back on their way up. The tape on the overall market, as it got stronger, these names started to get bought back up. Square, Snap, and Twitter, pay attention. Fastly is going back up. However, Fastly is going up slowly. I don't actually think the action looks that great on Fastly. So if you're looking for one to skip out on, skip Fastly. Zoom, don't worry too much about Zoom. Zoom is actually still moving, but it's a name that's heavily overvalued through the whole COVID crisis. Honestly, The reason it got bought back up this week is because the overall market got bought back up. Workhorse, I feel the same way. The price action was higher, but the overall market was higher. Nothing exceptional. Don't worry about these two names until you see larger moves. For last week's earnings, the one I want to talk about is, MongoDB didn't really do much. XPEV, the dip got bought, but personally, I think trading NEO is better than trading XPEV right now. JD.com is one name I want to talk to you guys about. I don't know what to do here. Is it a buy the dip trade? Let me know what your thoughts are. It's well off its highs. I don't like to buy too much exposure to some of these ADRs, but I might buy them through options contracts and kind of hedge my risk of ADR related failures and things like that. JD.com, I want your opinion. Do I buy this dip? It's well off its highs, and it seems to be, they seem to be aiming to be the Amazon of China. I thought that's what Alibaba was trying to do. Everyone's trying to do copy Jeff Bezos. Everyone's trying to divorce their wife and marry another 50-year-old woman. Whatever. Anyway, outside of that, we have AT&T. So rather than actually watching the tape of AT&T, I have a better idea. Why don't you paint one of the walls in your room and spend the rest of the afternoon watching that paint dry? Because that's exactly what happened to AT&T after earnings. Basically no fucking movement whatsoever on that stock. Fuck it. I don't give a shit about AT&T no more. Anyway, earnings this week, what I'm watching very carefully. I'm already a minute and a half over, so let's run through this quickly. Monday, nothing, and Friday, nothing. Tuesday, Lennar and CrowdStrike. Those are the only two names I'm watching. You can even skip Lennar. Wednesday, the only thing I could really find was Cintas. There's bound to be a bazillion penny stocks going off on these days. I'm talking about the big names that I'm moving money into. Thursday, Carnival Cruise, CCL or RCL. CCL is announcing news Thursday. I mentioned about 3 weeks back, it looks like CCL has a potential to break out. It's at $22 a share. It's at over 26 right now. I think this is a play in the reopening if you want to buy it. Might as well take a little bit on into your portfolio. We have FedEx and we have Nike on Thursday. That's it for earnings. That's it for me. I'm gonna probably drink this off camera this time. Thank you all for joining in. This was a quick video, and I'll talk to you all next week. Thanks.
I just want the money, 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 money.